Hello everybody, welcome to MotoMaintenance. Today we're going to be working on my 2015 Kawasaki Vulcan S. We are going to be installing a new headlight. I am not a big fan of the Heart one by any stretch of the imagination, so I went for an aftermarket round. It's in this box here. Hell, if I could get it open, that'd be fantastic. There we go. Alright, so this is everything that comes in the box. I'll leave a link to the headlight I am using in the description. This is a 7-inch round with an LED halo. And this model comes with the mounting plates. I tried to record this video the other day, actually, and they didn't have mounting brackets, the other one I ordered, so I had to return that one and go get a different one. So we're going to get started by taking off the original headlight. You have to take off these two bolts down here. And this should be a 5mm Allen key. Let's see. Would you look at that? I'm missing the 5. Why wouldn't I be? Alright. If you happen to be like me and losing all of your metric sockets, you can use a 5/32. Now on this channel, I'm trying to not cut out as much of the actual work as possible, because I know that sometimes you get these videos and they'll tell you what to do, but they don't really show you how to do it. Me personally, I'm more of a visual learner, which is why I thought that it would also be a good idea to use a POV cam. That way you can actually see what it looks like to be me. So you take those two screws out, you should just be able to pull this out. It kind of just pulls up right here. Up and out. Now I gotta disconnect the high beam and the low beam connectors. Should just be able to pull on this and it should just come right out. There we go. So you gotta pull it real hard, or else it doesn't like to come out. Now this one's routed in, but there's another connector underneath here. You pull this back, the rubber piece back just a little bit, and expose some of these cables. And then this one's the one that we're looking to unplug. Looks like you just pull this back. Yeah, push the little tab in, this little tab at the top, and it'll slide right out. That's the old one. Let's get ready to mount our new one. They're about the same size, which is good. I was worried that the 7-inch might look a little too big. So we're going to start with the hardware. I don't believe we need that. At least not yet. And hell if I could tell you what these are for. I don't actually know. So these are going to be our mounting brackets. As far as I'm aware, they go up like this. They give us these nuts and screws, or bolts. Nuts and bolts. We're going to take these and wrap them around the forks. And that will be how we mount it. So let's see, these ones also look like they are 5mm hexes. No, it's a little bit smaller. For whatever reason, this one comes with a 4.5mm hex key. And I got 2 really long ones and 2 really short ones. Huh. So I believe this mounts up like this. Goes around like this. Now we're going to take this, push it into the proper clip hole, and then close it. So let's take a look. It's probably going to be this third hole because of how thick the bike's forks are. That is a wide gap we got to close. So that's probably why they give us these really long bolts. So that is very far. But it does make it. Grab our washer, grab the bolt and the nut. So we're going to grab our 4.5 and our 10. Use them both at the same time to keep this from moving. So we got the other one here. I'm going to do the exact same on this one. Mount it upright, third notch. Alright. I wonder if this short one works on this. Alrighty. This goes on through, same way as the other one. That goes on here. I'm going to use the ratchet for the first half because it was easier. So we're going to do a test fit real quick. Now I'm going to ignore these because these are for turn signals and your daytime lights, and I'm not really interested in having either of those right now. I thought that some of these came with like a cable adapter, but I guess this one does not. So I'm not going to bother because hooking this up is going to be a pain. And it looks like it'll have to require me splicing some wires, and I'd rather just not do that. Not today. So let's take a look. Looks like we unscrew here. So yeah, we're gonna do the furthest away, even though it would probably fit with the other one. In this second hole. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna do the first knob. I grab this, get this rubber grommet on here, and then get this tightened up, or at least halfway tight. It doesn't need to be perfect yet. We'll get that set up in a second. Just kind of leave it like that, and then I'm gonna get the other one readied up. Okay, and this goes like this. This gets pulled. It's pulled too far. So this one probably needs to move over too. We're gonna go line it up, get a good test fit in. Okay. So that's what it's gonna look like. I just gotta tighten it up and put all the wires back together. I'm gonna do that real quick. You gotta start by making sure that this is 100% tightened now that we have it in the right spot. And this should be centered relatively well now. Alright, let's try to do the other one a little bit more. I'm probably gonna cut half of this shit out. Ain't no way somebody's gonna be watching me tighten one bolt for fucking 20 minutes. There we go, it's finally tight. So I was screwing that in for quite a while. Just to let you know, it's pretty normal, I guess. Because I was screwing that in for straight up, I don't even know, like 10 minutes. And again, I also don't have the proper tools to be doing this, I don't think. I'm assuming that it's easier if you actually do. So I'm gonna get the other side down all the way real quick, and then we'll cut back to when I'm pretty much done. And I'll show you how to finish it up. I am just about wrapped up with this section. Bruh. I'm just trying to match the screw lengths so it kind of sits relatively evenly, and it looks like I'm almost there. And I'll show you in a second. This thing probably isn't going anywhere anytime soon because I have tightened it up pretty much as physically possible. I mean you saw it before when I was touching it. It's not going anywhere now. So now I just want to make sure that we got the proper angle. So this is facing a little bit too far down. We're gonna go probably around right here and then start tightening these bolts up on the sides so that it stays in that place. Now these bolts, we're about to find out what size they are. They look like they're 14s, 13s if I had to guess. We're gonna use our 14mm socket and just tighten these up in the spot that we want them to be in once we get this headlight centered the way that we want it. So I'm going to do that on that side. I'm going to try to lock in this side. So I'm going to tighten it down as much as I can. Make sure it's not moving. I don't want to over tighten, but I definitely want to make sure that if I apply normal pressure to it that it's not going to move. Give this one just a little bit more, and this one just a little bit more too. So now when I touch it, it basically doesn't move at all. And there we go. All that's left is plugging it in and testing it out. You're going to see some test ride footage in a second. Peel this off. Looks really nice. This little cable plugs right into where we took the old one out. So I'm gonna try to get that in from on my back. It's a little difficult. And it goes in like that. Alright, last thing to do is grab the keys real quick, and we're gonna go see what it looks like. That looks pretty bright to me. Jeez. Once you actually get into its field of view, it's very bright. Looking at it from above, not too bad, but as we keep coming down, it gets bright fast. So we're gonna test it out at night. I'll take it for another drive and I'll give you some comparison footage compared to the original.